Good morning, children. This is chapter number 3, Playing with Numbers. Today, we will learn about prime numbers. The numbers whose only factors are 1 and the number itself are called prime numbers. It means if there is a number which is divisible by 1 and that number only, then that number is called a prime number. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. Here if you see this 2 is divisible by only 1 and 2 only. If we take 3, again this 3 is divisible by 1 and 3 only. 5 is also divisible by 1 and 5 only. It is not divisible by any other number. In same way, it is the next two numbers are also divisible by 1 and the number itself. So all the prime numbers are divisible by 1 and the number itself. Next is composite number. Composite numbers are those for which we can say they are divisible by more than two numbers, or numbers having more than two factors are called composite numbers. For example, 4. If you see 4 is divisible by 1, 2 and 4. It is divisible by more than two numbers, or we can say it has more than two factors. If we see 6, it is divisible by 1, 2, 3 and 6. Again it has four factors. In same way 8, 9, 10 and other numbers have more than two factors. So these are called composite numbers. Now if you see one interesting thing, that number 1, there is only number 1 which has only one factor. Now its only factor is 1, and for other numbers we can say the number itself, so the number itself is also 1. So 1 has only one factor, so it is neither a prime nor a composite number. It will not come in any category, prime number or composite number. So we say that 1 is a unique number. Now in this table you can see I have written the numbers from 1 to 8. Now I will write the factors of all these numbers, and accordingly we will find that these are prime numbers or composite numbers or something else. So first if I take number 1, its factor is only 1. So it is not in any category. It's neither a prime number nor a composite number. If I take 2, its factors are 1 and 2. So it has only two factors, so it is a prime number. Next is 3. If we take 3, the factors are 1 and 3. Again it has only two factors, so it is a prime number. Next is 4. 4 has three factors, 1, 2 and 4. So since it has more than two factors, so it is a composite number. For 5, again it has two factors, so it is a prime number. For 6, it has four factors, 1, 2, 3, 6, so it is a composite number. 7, it has two factors, so it is a prime number. Now 8 has four factors, so it is a composite number. Using this method you can find for other numbers that whether the numbers are prime numbers or they are composite numbers. Now there are we can observe something from here. If you see, the smallest prime number is 2, because 1 is not a prime number, so smallest prime number is 2. And one more thing, that 2 is the only number which is an even prime number, means there is not any other even number which is prime. 2 is only an even prime number. And 3 is the smallest odd prime number. If we talk about odd prime numbers, then 3 is the smallest odd prime number. Now next about even and odd numbers. As you have studied earlier also, even numbers are those numbers which are easily divisible by 2. Take any number. If that number is divisible by 2, then that is an even number. So here I am taking, for example, 648. If you divide 648 by 2, you will see it is completely divisible. 14 is also completely divisible. So these numbers are called even numbers. Again, there are infinite even numbers. Odd numbers. Now the numbers which are not divisible by 2 are called odd numbers. Again, for example, we can take 141, 37, etc. Now here the new one is twin primes. What are twin primes? So here see this. A pair of prime numbers whose difference is 2 called twin primes. Now for twin primes we have two conditions. First condition, that both the numbers must be prime. And the second condition, that the difference of the two numbers must be 2. So look at this. First pair I am taking as 3, 5. 3 is a prime number, as well as 5 is also a prime number, and if you see the difference, their difference is 2. So this is called a twin prime. This is a pair of twin primes. Next example, 5, 7. Because 5 and 7 both are prime numbers, and again their difference is 2. Next pair, 11, 13. Again, as 11 and 13 are prime numbers and their difference is 2. Now just think, can we take here 9 and 11? No, here we cannot take 9 and 11 because 9 is not a prime number. The difference of 9 and 11 is 2, but 9 is not a prime number. So be careful, both the numbers must be prime number and their difference must be 2. Now here we will start exercise 3.2. Question number 1, it says, what is the sum of any two odd numbers? In general, if we take any two odd numbers, then what will be their sum? So we are taking simple example. Take any two odd numbers, 27 and 11. I have taken 27 and 11. Their sum is 38. If you see, this is an even number. Okay, take another example. 3 and 5. Their sum is again 8. So here also 8 is an even number. So we can say sum of any two odd numbers is an even number. Now its second part, that what is the sum of any two even numbers? Now both the numbers we have to take as even number. So here I am taking first number as 8 and second number as 2. If I add 8 and 2, I will get 10, and 10 is an even number. In next example, I am taking 4 and 12. Their sum is 16. 16 is also an even number. So see this, if we add any two even numbers, we get an even number. So whether you add both odd numbers or both even numbers, you get an even number only. But remember, if you add an odd number and an even number, then you will get an odd number. Okay. So now question number 3. The numbers 13 and 31 are prime numbers. Both these numbers have same digits 1 and 3. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. So first of all, what is the meaning of this question? See this. 13 and 31. In both the numbers, same digits are used. Yes, 1 and 3. Here also 1 and 3. Only their order is changed. And if you see, after changing the order, then also the number is a prime number only. So we need to find such pairs. So look at this. First pair is 17 and 71. Look at this. Write it 17 or 71. Both are prime. Second pair is 37 and 73. Again 37, 73. Both are prime numbers. Next pair 79, 79 and 97. Again these both are prime numbers. So from 1 to 100 we have only 3 such pairs. Okay, sorry, 4 such pairs. 1 is already given. We can find 3 more such pairs. Now question number 5. What is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? As I told you, the smallest prime number is 2, the smallest odd prime number is 3. Now if I say what is the greatest prime number, then there is not any such greatest prime number because we have infinite prime numbers. But it is asked from 1 to 10. So from 1 to 10, 7 is the greatest prime number. 9 is not the greatest prime number. Usually students take 9, but 9 is not a prime number. 7 is the greatest prime number. Now question number 6. In question number 6, it is written, express the following as the sum of 2 odd primes. So first is 44. Now what is the meaning of this question that I am telling you? 44 is a number. We have to write it as the sum of 2 numbers. The condition is both the numbers must be prime. Now here if I take 44, we can write it 2 plus 42. But if you take 2 plus 42, are the 2 numbers prime? No, they are not prime. So this is not the correct answer. So what I have taken, start from the smallest prime number. Here I am taking 3. Now find the other. So subtract 3 from 44. If I subtract 3 from 44, I get 41. So now check that sum of 3 and 41 is 44 or not. And second thing, that these two are prime numbers or not. So yes, sum is 44 and they both are prime numbers. So here what will it become? 3 plus 41. Next is 36. Again, as I told you, start from the smallest number. Smallest prime number is 3. Now subtract 36 from 3. You will get 33. Now check. 3 plus 33 is 36. Correct. But are these both numbers prime? So let's check. 3 is a prime number, but 33 is not a prime number. So this is not a correct pair. So what we need to do? Move to the next. Instead of 3, take the next number, that is 5. Again use same method. 36 minus 5 is 31. Now check. Their sum is 36 and both of them are prime numbers. So this is the correct answer. 36 can be written as 5 plus 31. Is it clear? Now next is 24. Again I will start from 3. It is not necessary that always start from 3 only. You can take any number, but I am taking 3 because it becomes easier to find. So here 3, subtract 3 from 24. It is 21. Check. Their sum is 24. Are these two prime numbers? So here 3 is a prime number, but 21 is not a prime number. So this is not the correct pair. Move to the next. Now after 3, the next prime number is 5. If I take 5, subtract 5 from 24, you get 19. Again check. Their sum is 24. Are the two numbers prime numbers? So you will see that both the numbers are prime numbers. So here 5 plus 29 is the answer. Now In case you are also not getting two prime numbers from here, 5 plus, suppose you are getting any composite number, then you can try it with the next prime number like 7 or 11 or 13 or something else. I hope you have understood this. Now question number 7. Give 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. Now here, if you see, this is the definition of twin prime, isn't it? So we need to write here twin primes, 3 pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. You can write any 3 pairs. So here I am taking first pair as 11, 13, second pair as 17, 19 and third pair as 29 and 31. Now question number 8. Which of the following numbers are prime? Now 23. First is 23. So simple, as I told you, to find that the given number is prime or not, simply find its factor. If it has 2 factors, then it is a prime number. If it has more than 2 factors, it is a composite number. So find the factors of 23. You will see factors of 23 are 1 and 23 only. It has only 2 factors, so of course it is a prime number. Now its B part, 51. Again we need to find factors of 51. So you will see factors of 51 are 1, 3, 17 and 51. It has 4 factors. So will it be a prime number? No, it cannot be a prime number because it has 4 factors. So we can say no, it is not a prime number. So children, today we are doing till question number 8 only. Remaining we will do in our next class. So here I am giving you few questions in homework. So here question 1 we have done. Question number 2 is true false. So you can attempt it on your own. So you have to do question number 4, question number 6 D and question number 8 C and D in homework. I hope you can do it on your own as these are very simple. Thank you.